So this is the tutorial on how to make a dragon puppet base so you can make one of these. As you can see, this one is a 3-jaw dragon because it has this upper jaw as well as the lower jaws. I just made this one yesterday, but it has this side and has this side. But I'll be showing you how to make bases. I just added blue to this one though. So first, for your materials, you'll want to have paper, a pencil or another writing utensil, scissors, and tape. So let's get into this. So you're going to want to have 2 papers for the upper and bottom jaw of the dragon. And then you're going to start off with your first piece of paper for your top jaw. And then you're just going to want to fold it like this, so it's like kind of folded over. It would be best if you made the folding like a bit thicker than the bottom jaw, but it doesn't matter on what kind of paper, but the bigger the paper, the longer the dragon can be. So I'm using big paper for my sketchbook, but you can use whatever. But you're gonna want to fold it like this, like all the way until it reaches the end, like this way. Okay, once you have like this long thing, you're going to want to tape this together so it's not folded out like this. So do that. So as soon as it's taped down, you're going to want to fold it in half, just like this. Now this will be your top jaw. So like the bottom jaw will be the same, except it'll be a bit shorter. So I'll just show you. Grab your other piece of paper and do the same step, but instead of making it wide like that other one, make it a little bit thinner for the bottom jaw, but not too thin. So once you have the same result for the bottom jaw, what you're going to want to do is grab your scissors. Hang on. And then like cut like a little bit off both sides, but cut a little bit off of not the end that's connecting, but the end pieces, a little bit off, so that it's shorter than the top jaw. Once you've done that, you have both your top jaw and bottom jaw. And now we're gonna get to the actual part where you can actually hold. Next, you want to get another piece of paper, and then with your top jaw, you're going to want to like push it together a little bit, but not too thin because then you can't put your fingers in it. But like make it a tiny bit wide, but then you're gonna want to trace it. But make sure not to trace it like exactly where the base is at, just a little bit like over here, so that you can fold the sides. So kind of like this. Now you're gonna want to put another piece of paper underneath this so you can cut it out, but like have them both be the same shape. What you're gonna want to do is just, once you have the 2 papers stacked on top of each other, you're just gonna want to cut this triangle out. Once you cut out the triangles and it's 2, you're going to want to cut off like a tip, like the tip, but don't do it too far down, but just cut off like an inch maybe, just like this. Okay, now once you've done that, you're going to take your top jaw Now you're going to want to fold in the sides like a little bit, but not too much though, because the majority of this is going to be your width of the base, so you could stick your hand in it. But you're just going to want to fold in the sides a tiny bit. I'll show you it of an example. Just like these. Now you're going to want to do it to the other one too. Just like the same. And I know it's hard, but try to make it like the same width. Mine's not really good, but try to make it the same width on folding so that your dragon puppet base won't be like bubbly. Now grab your top jaw, and then now what you're gonna want to do is tape, like grab one of these and like try to make it so this part is lined with the end of the jaw, and it's okay if that triangle is empty because it's supposed to be. So you're just gonna want to tape it together like this. I'll show you. Just like this. And it's okay if this little flap is here, but if you want to tape that down too, we don't need it. So, and it can get annoying sometimes when you hold the dragon puppet, because those get in the way, and then it makes it kind of scratchy. But you're gonna want to tape this side to this other side. And it's okay if it does turn out a bit bubbly, because sometimes mine always does, such as that one kind of was bubbly, but you can fix it like this. I'm glad mine didn't turn out bubbly. But basically, this is the top of your top jaw, and you're going to place your hand like in here. Now mine is a little bit narrow, but that's okay because you can kind of stretch it out once you put your hand in there. In your thumb you don't have to put in here because your thumb's going to be used for the bottom jaw. So with your other piece, you're going to literally want to do the same thing but on the other side, like just like that, just like this. So it's basically like a tube, and now you can put your 4 fingers, not your thumb, but your 4 fingers, and see, you've made the first jaw. Now you're going to want to do the smaller jaw and literally do the same steps, but they're a bit smaller, so I'll just show you. Grab your scrap paper if there's enough room, and if there's not, just grab 2 more sheets of paper. And on a side, you're going to want to take your smaller one, and remember, narrow it down, and then just trace around it, but leave some space. So I'll show you like this. Now, again, keep the 2 pieces of paper together, but you're going to want to cut out this triangle. Now, once you have that, again, you're going to want to cut off a tiny section of the top, like this. And then, once you have those 2 completed, you're going to want to, again, fold a little bit and do the same on the other side, but make sure you don't have to, but it would be best if you made sure they both had like the same length of the folding, just like that. Now you're going to want to take your bottom jaw, this is the bottom jaw, the smaller one, and you're going to want to take one of the 2 pieces and again tape it, but make sure these lines line up, and again that space is okay, so make sure to tape that. There. Now what you're going to want to do is flip it over and then take this other piece and do the same thing. once you've done this bottom jaw, and again, it's okay if it gets a little bubbled. My bottom jaw kind of got bubbled, but the flatter surface is gonna be the inside of like the mouth of your dragon. The bubbly part is gonna be the outside. And then basically what you're gonna want to do is take your big jaw, because you've made both jaws now, and you're just gonna want to try to make the bottom jaw like centered in the middle of the big jaw, and then you're just gonna want to tape it like right there, and probably on the sides too. So I'll just show you them. So they're both connected, and it would be best if this was like in the middle of the big jaw, like how mine is. And then now just take your forefingers and your thumb in the bottom jaw like this, and now you've got a base, and you can draw and design your dragon. You're welcome.